Welcome to PC Kids Tech Talk. Today I want to show you a premium motherboard from Gigabyte, the UDP5. This one's an AM3 motherboard only, so it does not support the AM2 Plus CPUs. It has the 790FX North Bridge chipset and the 750 South Bridge. It's an ultra durable 3 model. Okay, so this one has a couple of premium bits in there that I'll talk about in a second. Now, first of all, I like to say that this board is thicker. So it actually has 2 ounces of copper instead of the standard 1 ounce. So that's the first thing that you're going to notice when you handle one of these types of boards. The quality parts, components on it, it's a heavier board, sturdy, more efficiency, better for overclocking, transfer of energy, less waste, and of course at the same time it keeps the board a little bit cooler. Now it has support for 140 watt CPUs, right? And also DDR3 1666 megahertz and even higher if you can overclock it. So that's pretty nice that it has all that standard support. 2 LANs on it, so you can team them up, 2 LAN connectors, so 2 Gigabyte LAN. If you have a router that supports teaming, then you can make use of that. Dual BIOS, so you got a fail safe there on that in case one BIOS fails. Your settings you can always restore. And looking at the board closely here, starting from the top, you can see all those nice blue heat sinks there with the nice heat pipe, that dark chrome colored heat pipe going from there to there. In the middle you've got the North Bridge, and then you've got the heat pipe going down to the South Bridge there at the bottom. Okay, now you can see these square capacitors at the top. Those are the quality Japanese long-lasting capacitors. The voltage regulator needs that if you're overclocking, able to transfer the heat efficiently. Obviously we know that from the heat sinks, but also able to deliver the power and the fluctuations of the power because of your CPU or your GPU. You need that, right? So this delivers that. Now connectors, it's got all kinds, but this is really neat. These 2 switches there, power and a reset. So if you're testing the board outside of the case, that's nice. Obviously you've got the standard IDE and floppy connector there, and this other little switch here, if you want to reset the BIOS, this is it. That'll clear it quickly. All the SATA connectors that you would ever need there for your RAID support, very nicely laid out, facing out that way instead of facing upwards like on some other boards. So they've thought about that so it doesn't interfere with your video cards. And also along the top you've got all the headers there for your case, your LEDs, the power switch headers, your fan header. You've got USB headers there, tons of USBs, 12 total for this board. It's crazy. Also FireWire support, parallel and serial headers in case you need those still, and optical header there, and audio. So you got your audio plugs for your CD in, and also your case audio there at the side in green. So very nicely laid out here. The Pci Express 1X, you've got 3 of those tiny little white slots and 2 blue ones. Those are your Crossfire at 16X on both. So both will run at X16, okay, and those are your 2 PCI slots, the standard ones on the left. Now looking at the back of the case, you've got 2 PS2 connectors on the starting from the left there, the mouse and keyboard, and your optical and coax, as well as the 2 more FireWire and 8 USBs, and your 2 LANs that I mentioned for teaming. You can use 2 if you don't have a teaming supported router, then use 1, and your HD audio at the side there. Okay, now this board, I've installed some quality components because I wanted to set up an AM3 Dragon test system. So this is it. These are the components with a nice HD 4890 overclocked as well. Enough power and PSU and cooling going on. And I raised the voltage and got a nice 3.8 gigahertz, almost 3.9. It depends on how I adjusted the multiplier and the bus speeds. But very, very smooth. No issues in overclocking with this board, that's for sure. And when it came to also overclocking the GPU, because I did overclock the GPU as well, the combination of everything did not cause any problems with the system. So the system was very smooth, reliable, consistent, and got some decent benchmarks on some games with this HD 4890 at those clock speeds, at those memory speeds there that you can see. Now when it comes to games, I got 4 games that I tested at 2 resolutions, 1280 by 1024 and 1680 by 1050. You can see the different results that I'm getting on these 4 games. Maxed out on anti-aliasing on everything, so everything is full blown high, and these are the frames per second that I'm getting with this system. So kick-ass system, great system with awesome support for overclocking and reliability, as well as the package. Obviously it comes with the standard drivers, manual, and cables. It comes with the IO shield plate at the back, color coded, so you can see here it's color coded. Some boards don't even bother color coding it, so that's a pretty nice touch for Gigabyte. And it comes with 4 SATA cables, these orange ones that you can see here in this package. So 4 SATA cables, as well as the floppy and the IDE cable. Okay. Now it also comes with another package. It's an Esata Kit, right? So for an external Esata drive, for example, so it comes with the PCI expansion slot connector there, the headers for your Esata. So that was pretty nice. Complete package, very reliable. Had no problems overclocking. Can't ask for more. Very sturdy board. Definitely recommend it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.